Hello friends, I am Chetna and I am back with another poem from our textbook Honeycomb, and the name of the poem is The Garden Snake, and this is written by Muriel Sonne. Now, before we get into this poem, you must have heard about snakes, the dangerous creatures, the image that you have in your mind about snakes. You must have heard of fighting of snakes with the mongoose, or somebody got bitten by a snake. You must have heard of these stories, and these stories must have created a lot of, bad image of a snake in your mind, and you must feel very frightened when somebody shouts suddenly, oh, there's a snake. So that kind of a feeling, and that is kind of a dangerous feeling that you have for snakes, and in that terms you term a snake as a dangerous animal. Okay, so but what happens is, now not all snakes are dangerous. Now there is another category of snakes. They are very friendly, and those such snakes are garden snakes, and we are going to read this poem on such type of snakes, and this is garden snake. So the poet says that I saw a snake and ran away. So initially what happened, the poet sees a snake and runs away. This will happen with anybody of us. If we see a snake, we are obviously going to run. Some snakes are dangerous. They say some of the snakes are what? They are dangerous. But mother says that kind is good. Which kind is good? The garden snake is good and eats up insect for its food. It says that this type, the garden type of snakes, are very good in nature and they just eat insects for their food. I'll stand aside and watch him pass. Initially what happened in the beginning, the poet used to run whenever he sees a snake. But what happened when the mother told that garden snakes are not dangerous, so the poet said that I'll stand aside and watch the snake pass. Now the poet is no longer afraid of the snakes. This line shows us. And tell myself that there's no mistake. It's just a harmless garden snake. Now the poet is assuring himself in the last two stanza that there's no mistake, that this snake is not going to do any harm to me. This snake is just a harmless garden snake. Harmless means like you don't have any danger from such snakes. So this is a very cute and short little poem about snake, a garden snake which is not dangerous at all. So we'll be moving on to the question answers of this poem now. So moving on to the question answers. The first question says that pick out the line that suggests that the child is afraid of the snake. So you think about it. Before I answer this question, you think that which is the line that suggests the child is afraid of the snakes. Yes, it is the very first line of a poem. I saw a snake and ran away. This is the line that shows that the poet was really afraid of the snakes. So now, which line shows complete change of the child's attitude towards the snake? Now, which line shows that his behavior has changed like completely? We remember that when the poet was saying that I'll stand aside, this line, I'll stand aside and watch him pass. So you see that this is a change in behavior. Now the child is very calm and he can just stand aside and let go the snake and look at him, let him pass. Okay, so this was the line that suggests the change of behavior. Now the next question is, but mother says that kind is good. What is mother referring to? Now the mother here in the third question is referring to the type. This type is the garden snake. The garden snakes are good. So mother is referring to the garden snakes in this line. So let's move on to the next question. Find the word that refers to snake's movement in the grass. Now the snake's movement in the grass is called wiggle. So that is the word. W-I-G-G-L-E. That is the word that we use for the snake's movement in the grass. So I hope the question answers as well as the poem is clear to you guys, and you are also enjoying our videos. So we'll be meeting in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.